EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here, Herbert. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Herbert's back.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the Seahawks first down.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Cardinals nothing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
And it's 3rd down.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack by Jordan Willis.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Isabella.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, check. Lucky. He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Check 9. White Cardinal.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the air now with Herbert. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Down by Bobby Wagner.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Gain of 4 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Phillip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Tate to return it. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsey, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Okay, ready? 56 is the mic. 18 ready.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the run, it's Penny. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
With the give to Rashad.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Wilson dumps that off to Penny as running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Flush to his right. Pass incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now it's Carson. And brought down down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Wilson with the give.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
A little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's got Rome. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 69 yards. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Marr able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Brings up second down.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
2 yards.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 45-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take a like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. No street. Here,
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A 4-yard gain brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Maher is good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Penny.
The 32-yard line.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 12.
For Penny, a first down carry. Always got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12.
At the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Seattle.
One last shot for Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people